All right, everybody, what is going on? It's Jack, and welcome back to another video. As you see my weapon over here drift upward, it's a slightly busted controller on the right thumbstick on my Elite controller. And yes, this is brand spanking new gameplay from Infinite Warfare, and I'm playing on PlayStation. These three gameplays specifically are against one of the best free-for-all players that I've ever played against. We must have played anywhere from 10 to maybe like 13 games or whatnot, and I can assure you I have no shame in admitting that I lost most of them. The ones that I did lose, there was a few that I came in close, and then there was a couple that I got blown out of the water, but these are three gameplays to where I am victorious in first place. This one is very victorious. The second one is not as dominant, and then the third one is definitely not as dominant as well. But I respected this player despite the fact that, well, not despite the fact, but the thing is I pretty much overall respected the player. Also because there was no shady shit going on, and I noticed that this player specifically basically was trying to use my setup and to beat me, especially in the last game that you'll see on here. So I thought it was pretty cool. It was really nice and refreshing to not see a somebody that's using Synaptic and LMGs or anything like that. I mean, I saw a very fast sensitivity. I'm not entirely sure whether the motion was mouse and keyboard or not, but just I'll give the person the benefit of the doubt. But at the same time, I did today, even though it was the first day in like about a month or so, give or take, that I played Call of Duty again, and especially here on PlayStation, where it's a lot quieter than it is on Xbox in terms of hate messages. I got one message that was accusing me of camping. It's like, hey, nice one, camping in a corner and free for all. It's like, my response to that was wrong. That was my response. Wrong. But anyway, guys, you're gonna get hate one way or another. But anyway, there's something I want to discuss, because whenever I saw this person's really fast sensitivity, it kind of reminded me of a subject, and I really wanted to talk about it because, as you guys know, here in Call of Duty, I think it's pretty safe to say that crossplay is not going anywhere. And there's like this age-old debate now, and it's only going to get more and more. How do I put this? It's only going to get more and more interesting as the years go on, because crossplay is going to be something that's going to be implemented, and it's not just going to stop at Call of Duty. Once everybody sees that it's popular within Call of Duty and as well as some other games or whatnot, I mean, crossplay, it's only a matter of time before crossplay gets implemented in other games as well. There's going to be a handful of games that are specifically going to keep they're not going to do crossplay specifically, but everybody's kind of wanting it, and everybody wants to play together, whether they play on PC or whether they play on whatever it is. In terms of me playing PC, I haven't touched a mouse and keyboard in terms of gaming since I was 12 years old, and I only played it for a few days when I was at my friend's house that lived far away from me. I was living in Tarpon Springs at the time in Florida. He lived all the way in Orlando. We grew up together in the 5th grade. And or actually throughout all elementary school, and then when he transitioned into middle school, he basically moved out of town. Him and his folks moved to Orlando, and the summer after my 6th grade year, I went to his place and for about a week, spent the night there, and it was great. And that was the first time and only time that I've actually ever gotten a full-on experience with PC gaming. And as the way things are looking right now, I think it's still a little too early whether or not I transition into mouse and keyboard or not. I don't know. But this is where the subject at hand comes to play in this video. Now, I've heard it from both sides of the spectrum. Some of the best PC players, or just PC players in general out there, say that that aim assist is overpowered and people shouldn't be bitching about mouse and keyboard. And then there's vice versa. There's the players out there that are saying that mouse and keyboard is so damn accurate that it has no place on console. And now let me just make something really clear before I continue on with this topic of discussion for today. The only time that I seem to have a problem with mouse and keyboard is when you have mouse and keyboard and aim assist enabled, like those people that are using a Zim or whatnot or whatever it's called, and that are keeping aim assist on to assist them with that as well. I think personally, I mean, again, not experienced in the matter, but presumably because of the help of the aim assist as well as the accuracy of a mouse and keyboard, which everybody knows, mouse and keyboard is a lot more accurate. You can be a lot more accurate than you can on a controller, which is why they put aim assist on a controller in the first place. So when you put the two together, mouse and keyboard with aim assist, that's where I personally have a problem. But other than that, if you take that out of the equation, my personal thing is that I seem to be 50-50 on it because I personally don't have that much experience. And this is where you guys come in, because I know that some of you play on both console and PC. I know some of you just play on PC, and I know that some of you just play exclusively on console. So the thing is, specifically for both of you, now everybody is more than entitled to their opinion. So you guys can basically give me your opinions on the matter as well, whether you've played on PC or not. But specifically for those of you guys that do play on PC or have played on PC or whatnot, what are your thoughts on the matter? Do you think that that mouse and keyboard, without aim assist, of course, do you think that mouse and keyboard in and of itself is more powerful, or does that depend on how powerful aim assist is for that specific game? Because in Modern Warfare, one of the things that I realized in Modern Warfare, let me tell you guys a little story, okay? Check this out. So before I went on my little break to play single player games, and I still am playing single player games, but again, the itch to play COD came back, so I had to scratch it today, and I might play a little more after I'm done doing this commentary or whatnot, and record some more footage, so that way I can keep it on the PC instead of using the laptop, because things go much smoother, much faster on PC, and I'm able to produce more videos for you guys. But anyway, back on topic. The thing is that I've heard it from both sides of the spectrum, and the thing is with crossplay here to stay, and with people using mouse and keyboard, and the fact that they, oh, I'm sorry. Let me backtrack a second. This is where I was. I'm getting older and I'm forgetting shit, guys. Forgive me. Here's the story. Before I went on the break to play single player games only and just not even touch COD for about a month, give or take, right? I basically played, what did I play? Oh, yeah. I played a little bit. There was like an hour or two session where I played Modern Warfare, and I realized just how fucking strong that aim assist was. It was practically doing more than half of the work for me, right? So it's pretty safe to say that aim assist has been buffed, but the thing is this. Go and play Black Ops 4, and then go back and play Infinite Warfare. You'll notice that the Black Ops 4 aim assist is stronger than even than Infinite Warfare's aim assist. So it seems that gradually aim assist is getting increased. Now, granted, I think that's part of the formula to kind of protect the noobs and give them additional assist with aim that otherwise they wouldn't have, because they would have a much harder time tracking their targets and getting the kill and earning it. But hey, it is what it is, right? Call of Duty, it's not the first time that Call of Duty is guilty of giving noobs free kills, right? But anyway, back at the topic at hand, right? So this is what happened. And then I even went and played Black Ops 4, right? So I went and played Black Ops 4, and then after a while, I just decided to go play an older Call of Duty, right? And then for the first 10 to 15 games or so, I had a hard time aiming because the game that I played previously had that much more aim assist. So in and of itself, I mean, I am very well aware in terms of a controller, just how strong aim assist is. But when it comes to Modern Warfare specifically, here's my thoughts on the whole matter, right? In games like Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and hell, even Black Ops 3, without aim assist, I still think mouse and keyboard is overpowered, because the aim assist for the controllers in those games is not as powerful as, like, let's say a Black Ops 4 or Modern Warfare 2019. So when I hear PC players say that aim assist is fucking powerful and mouse and keyboard players can easily get shitted on because of how strong aim assist is, they have a point, and they're definitely right. So, but when you look at the older games, I would say that mouse and keyboard is something that would give a person, in terms of accuracy, a pretty distinct advantage. But at the same time, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I am not experienced enough, or hardly experienced at all, to say much of anything in the matter other than my opinion. And that's not a fact, okay? So it's my opinion, and this is me just putting two and two together in one part of the scenario, and then, you know, in another part of the scenario, I'm like, hey, I pretty much understand where the PC players are coming from. So I wanted to make this video just to kind of get everybody's insight, and for you guys to tell me officially, what I know. I made a video about this maybe a year or two ago, but I wanted to make a fresh one, especially now that crossplay is implemented and that crossplay is it's pretty much going to be here to stay. I really doubt that they're going to take it away, and if they did, it would be a dick move. But anyway, the thing is that there seems to be just this huge ass debate. You know, I saw a gameplay the other night where Crimsix was playing against Shroud and Gunfight or whatnot. It was a 2v2, obviously, and Shroud. I mean, I haven't been watching Shroud very much. I mean, I hardly don't watch him at all, but every once in a while I'll watch him. And that guy's got some really, really good aim on PC. The guy's absolutely amazing. He's definitely got skills. He's very talented. And at the same time, he's an adaptable player. He's able to adapt to the game, which is probably why he's really good, because he's able to adapt to whatever the game throws at him, right? So, and ultimately, that's what makes that's what separates the good players from the great players, in my opinion. That's one of the factors, at least. One of the factors that separates the good from the great. But Crimsix, granted, it was a 2-on-2. There was communication going on and all that other shit. I mean, I didn't see it from Shroud's point of view. This was a Crimsix video. But the thing is that Crimsix, I guess, he won pretty decisively. He and his friend won decisively. And again, I'm not taking anything away from Crimsix. I mean, he's a professional Call of Duty player. There's no doubt the man's got skill in the hands and everything like that. However, with that being said, with my experience in Modern Warfare, when I did play it, I definitely noticed that the aim assist was strong as hell. And the thing is that I'm listening to the mouse and keyboard players and what they're saying, because if you've got mouse and keyboard players all of a sudden, well, not all of a sudden, but like let's say within the last year or whatnot, who knows, maybe even longer, complaining about aim assist and just how strong it is, there's got to be some truth to that, especially if one of those players is somebody that is really good, like really good, and not just that, like top tier, like PwnStars.com right now. He used to play on console, but he plays on PC now. And that's one of the things that I've heard him talk about as well. But I wanted to go beyond that. I wanted to go beyond and see what my audience thinks. Like, and does it stand or is it an exaggeration? I personally don't think it's an exaggeration on one hand, and I think it all, because in what I mean by one hand is I think it really depends on how strong the aim assist is implemented on the consoles. That's what it is. So if the aim assist continues to get stronger and stronger, or remains the same as it is now, or that it's been in the last couple of years or whatnot, then it definitely is a possibility that what the mouse and keyboard players are saying, the PC players, or what they're saying could very well be true. But again, this is why I made this video. I wanted to get instant feedback from you guys, and I wanted it from everybody. Now, granted, in terms of what I take as fact from the comments that you guys will leave me, for those of you that do in the comment section below, I will be taking the comments that the PC players are talking about very seriously, especially for those that play both on console and on PC, or have played both on console and on PC, because I mean, it's no secret that some people are definitely dedicated players to a specific platform, and this includes PC. So I will take everybody's opinions and thoughts equally, but one thing I will take into account, the greatest though, however, is the people that play on both, because they've literally been on both sides, so they can tell me like decisively, so and accurately. So I would really like to know what your opinions are, and do you guys think that it depends on how strong the aim assist is implemented? That is the ultimate deciding factor, or do you guys think it's just aim assist in general, regardless of how strong it used to be or what it is now? It doesn't make a difference. It's always more powerful and more accurate than a mouse and keyboard user, because I've heard it from both sides. I've heard other YouTubers that play on console say, fuck that, if I see a mouse and keyboard player, I'm backing out, or something like that. I mean, I've seen it all. Or if you get put into a lobby, like if there's a lobby, of mouse and keyboard players versus a lobby of console players, the question is, who has the advantage? Although I do believe that the average mouse and keyboard player is better than the average controller user. But again, that's just the way I see it as of now, but maybe you guys can give me a little bit more clarity with your responses down below, so that way I can see things in a clearer light. So I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay and the commentary, and as you can see, I have no shame admitting that this person beat me most of these games, but that's what it's all about, man. For those of you guys that want a tip to get better, here's one tip that I'll tell you right now. You better get ready to lose. If you truly want to be better, and this is why one of the reasons why I'm so much against skill-based matchmaking as well, is because if you want to get better, you got to lose, and then eventually you'll be kicking ass. And the thing is, you won't feel rewarded if there's skill-based matchmaking, because you're constantly feeling like you're playing the same game and you're not getting any better. That's the part that I was referring to more than anything. Well, in terms of pub skill-based matchmaking. If it had ranked, and if there was a ranked playlist, that's a different story. That's a whole other subject. But anyway, guys, let me know down in the comment section below. What do you think when it comes to all this shit? And as always, if you enjoyed this video, let me know. And if you didn't, let me know what I can do to make my videos better. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.